Ready to rock?
Yeah.
Oh, I was born ready.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of What You Take, the show where we talk about just about anything we can possibly think of and bring you guys along for our unfiltered and unapologetic ride. As always, you're going to have myself here, Steve. You're going to have my brother, Chris.
I'm the brother Chris.
And the one we call Sexy Spence.
That's me. Hi.
Today, guys, we are talking about the trailer for the Ghost of Yotei. Now, self-admittedly, I've only played Ghost of Tsushima a little bit, and I'm not really versed when it comes to this game, so I'm going to largely turn this one over to you guys. The trailer, I will say, looks very interesting. It looked gorgeous, but I'm going to flip it to you guys, so yeah.
Yeah.
Spence, kick it off.
It's cool. I played the living shit out of the first one.
know you did.
Like, basically 100% completion. I loved it. The scenery was beautiful. The gameplay was smooth. The fighting was smoother. Like, they really did a good job of making it feel like you were back in, like, Japan. And you were a samurai. And just, I love the fact that when you traveled through it, I'm not even kidding you, like, just the map itself was just beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I loved how you could change the cameras and you could do black and white. Like, it was freaking 47 Ronin or something like that. I loved that. The story was great. It's a whole redemption arc and fucking regaining honor. And then he kind of has this, like, qualm between, like, because, like, you have this assassin quality to it, but then he's taught that, like, face-to-face combat because it's dishonorable, but
This works.
And, yeah, he has this big dilemma with that. And, it was really cool. And then just the choices you make. And there's a lot of hidden shit around the map that leads to interesting...
A lot of
side quests. There's, like, this element of demons in it, too, but yet it's also, like, almost like a realistic thing, but just an all-around great game. This game looks very similar to that. I don't think they have, but I really hope it's just not a copy-paste.
Correct.
Hey, this is the exact same game, but now you're a girl. You know?
Yeah, that's
a concern of mine.
That's a concern of mine, too. I would also like to see, like, because every game does have its issues, and I mean, like, obviously I'm going to get people to tell me to get good or whatever, but, like, every game has its issues.
Be better.
Yeah, so I'd like to see at least some, like, evolution of mechanics, because I know sometimes, like, climbing and vaulting could get wonky in...
Right, I don't know how many times I went to go jump up and I just jumped off a cliff.
Correct, so so I'm hoping with Ghost of Yotei, we see, like, a little bit of polishing of those mechanics, or maybe a little bit of reworking there.
I'm not normally one to jump in on the, like, fuck off one, but that kind of a thing I could definitely see being a just get better at the mechanics, bud.
Correct. Just smooth it over. Like, maybe make it a little...
Just be a better player.
Yes.
Well, what's easier than easy? Where's story mode?
Someone else fix it for me, please.
I have gone on record saying I only play games in story mode. In story or easy.
We know, Chris.
Yeah.
We know. It's all right.
I'm
sitting here dying on this boss 40 times, and Chris is like, you're only here?
Yeah, because you're playing it on fucking legendary anus rape mode.
Yeah, I know.
Here's the thing that, and again, from my limited knowledge of it, but from knowing what I know of the first game and from what you've told me, and then seeing how this trailer is done here, the concern that I have for it is that this is the early earmark makings of
Assassin's Creed.
See,
it's Ghost is the franchise.
Yeah.
Now of where? Same thing. Assassin's Creed of what time
Valhalla.
period? Right.
Like Odyssey.
That's my concern.
Yeah.
Origin.
Ghost of Midgard.
Yeah. No. One of the things, I know there was a big controversy going on. A lot of people were like bitching that, oh, you're a girl, blah, blah, blah. It's like,
who cares?
No one cares if you're a girl. What I'm worried about is it's just Ghost of Tsushima, but like, oh, it's the exact same thing, but it's just a sequel, which I really don't think they're going this route.
Because they said it's 300 years in the future.
Right.
So I don't know how it would be tied together.
That's what I'm like, how much is it tied together, or is it just like, here's a different samurai, here's some shit, you know?
Could it be a lineage thing? Maybe your current
like
character,
it's her great granddaughter or something like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I wonder if it's going to involve the Mongolians. I wonder if it's going to be like an invasion. I'm really curious the story behind it.
Well, so what I picked up on is that the guy in the trailer said all of the other Ronin here are now hunting you, which means that all of these guys are samurai without masters. Yeah, they're rogue samurai, which makes me believe that maybe this Yotei region is like a rebel state,
and that's possible.
And Japan is trying to like fold that in.
A lot of crazy shit was going on around that time.
Right. So I'm wondering if maybe you're like from like Japan proper. I don't know what the fuck to call it, but maybe it is a lineage thing. You're from there. You're sent here to find somebody or bring order or whatever.
Right. Like, I mean, there's 1,000 different things it could be as far as the story. I'm curious about, like, the game mechanics seem similar, but I hope they're not identical.
Correct.
You know, and I'm really curious about the skill tree, because in the trailer they showed a lot of different weapon usage.
Correct.
Which, I mean, we saw firearms in there. So it's like, is that going to be its own skill tree, or is that just going to be like a one-off, like, you get 2 shots kind of thing?
Right.
So there's a lot of interesting things, and you see a wolf also, which I don't even know if wolves are native to Japan at all, but I mean
I'm pretty sure wolves were native to everywhere.
Oh, that's fair.
Everywhere that people ended up.
Right, like in the original one, it was a fox that kind of guided you, and I wonder if this one you're going to be a wolf.
That one, this what's the word I want? The symbolism.
Yeah.
Symbology.
That's the study of symbols.
Okay, so I wasn't totally
totally
off.
That is a word.
The symbolism that I took away from that though is because in that opening part where that one guy was narrating or talking over the bonfire is like, do you still feel that you are the hunter? I think there's gonna be this weird relationship of hunter to hunter between the wolf and your main character, and that being your guiding light. Because when the breeze came through, the wolf backed off and noticed something else, and then your character paid attention to that as well.
Well, see, that leads me back to the lineage thing, though, because he was guided by the winds. Mm-hmm. So she's being guided by the winds.
Right.
So it might be a lineage thing.
I definitely say lineage, and I definitely think that the wolf is a hunter-hunter relationship.
Right. I don't know, like I said, and dude, when they show like her riding through the lands and stuff, dude, I'm telling you, dude, like
I wonder if they'll bring in like an animal companion mechanic, like with the wolf. Like maybe you could call it in, or
nah, I don't think they're gonna go that route.
No?
That's too Skyrim RPG. So I think this is a whole different thing. I think you'll be able to call your horse and that kind of stuff just for convenience sake, but I don't think you have some sort of like. I think it's gonna be like a guiding spirit kind of thing, kind of like the fox was.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm really curious how the game mechanics are going to go. I bet you it's going to be very similar where, like, you can choose different masks, hats, certain
armor.
Your attire affects certain things.
Choose your favorite fighting style.
Right. I hope they stay true to it, but I hope that they change enough where it's not just a rebranding.
I hope they kind of streamline the weapons upgrade system.
Yeah.
Because I always felt, and I only played about a quarter of the way through Ghost of Tsushima, but I felt like the weapons upgrading and like smithing and stuff like that was a bit archaic. Like, I would hope to see maybe like a better crafting system implemented.
Well, you didn't really have a crafting system.
You
had like stances.
Well, no, but you could go and like get ingredients and bring them to smiths to like upgrade your sword and stuff like that.
Oh, in that sense,
yeah. Like I'm hoping that there's maybe more of a streamline. Like you can go to a blacksmith and upgrade.
Oh, see, I kind of want the opposite of that. Actually.
Oh, you want to find the materials?
No, I'm cool with like you upgrading your stuff. I get it because eventually, as you're playing, you're like, "Fucking, I haven't upgraded my sword, and fucking this simple guy's kicking my ass."
Right.
But what I'm hoping for is like I don't want to like craft. I want like again the stances. I want to be able to like. Hone in my fighting styles that I prefer.
Correct.
Like,
well, that, and I guess there is something to, especially in a mythically, visually stunning game like Ghost of Yotei and Ghost of Tsushima. I can also see the gathering the materials thing of being like, I'm going on a fucking quest to the 4 corners of this land to find the meteorite iron and the pure silver and this, and I'm going to bring this to a master blacksmith, and this is going to be my sword of fucking legend.
Gotcha, okay.
So I could see...
I don't think they're going to go that route. I think they're going to go with like how it was before, where it's like, okay, you need 4,000 iron, and then you can upgrade your sword.
Yeah.
But you'll naturally collect those as you killed people.
Right.
I'm curious, though, if they're going to have more of a, like... Because in the first one, they had the ninja styles as well,
Correct.
where you could go in and sneak behind and stuff, but I wonder if she's going to have to deal with that at all.
Never did that.
Never sneaked in?
Never.
Chris, you've never stealthed in a video game unless you were forced to.
Never.
Yeah,
Chris
dude,
is
I walk in.
Chris is a giant practitioner of what we call Russian stealth, and it does not exist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I loved being
Can't call for help if you're dead.
I would walk up on the base guard or whatever and just be like, yeah, everyone's dead. No one's coming.
You're alone.
Yeah, dude, no. So I'm curious. I'm really curious how the skill trees are going to work and, like, just all of that. It's going to be...
Then you don't get famous from stealth.
Fuck off.
No one cares if you're famous. You're a ghost.
With that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up here.
Killed 37 men in one day.
Needless to say, we are super excited about this game. These guys are. I'm excited for it by default. It looks like an amazing game. Put down in the comments your thoughts, comments, concerns about the Ghost of Yotei. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, hit that bell, and of course, make sure that you are sharing the show. Until next time, peace.
Out.